नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयम् उदीरयेत्। शृण्वतं स्वकथा कृष्णा पुण्यश्रवणकीर्तनं हृदयान्तस्थो ह्यभद्राणि विदुनोति सुरेत्सताम्। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भगवतसेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, Chapter 20, verses 32 and 33. Verse 32. Maitreya Uvacha Iti Adirajen Nutasa Vishvadrak Tamaharajan Mai Bhakti Rastute Vishtye Drashidher Maite Kritayaya Mayam Madiyam Tarati Sma Dushtayajam. Synonyms: Maitreya, Maitreya, the great sage. Uvacha, spoke. Iti, thus. Adi Rajena, by the original king Prithu. Nuta, being worshipped. Sa, he, the supreme personality of Godhead. Vishvadrak, the seer of the whole universe. Tam, unto him. Ah, said, Rajan, my dear king, Mai, unto me, bhakti, devotional service, astu, let it be, te, your, dishtya, by good fortune, idrashi, like this, dhih, intelligence, Mai, unto me, te, by you, krita, having been performed, yaya, by which, mayam, illusory energy, madiyam, my, tarati, crosses over, sma, certainly, dushtya jam, very difficult to give up. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation. The great sage Maitreya continued by saying that the Lord, the seer of the universe, after hearing Prithu Maharaj's prayer, addressed the king. My dear king, may you always be blessed by engaging in my devotional service. Only by such purity of purpose as you yourself very intelligently express can one cross over the insurmountable illusory energy of Maya. Purport. This is also confirmed in Bhagavad Gita, wherein the Lord claims that the illusory energy is insurmountable. No one can transcend the illusory energy of Maya by fruitive activity, speculative philosophy, or mystic yoga. The only means for transcending illusory energy is devotional service. As the Lord Himself states, Mam eva ye prapadyante mayam etam taranti te. Bhagavad Gita 7.14. If one wants to cross over the ocean of material existence, there is no alternative than to take to devotional service. A devotee, therefore, should not care for any material position, whether in heaven or in hell. A pure devotee should always engage in the service of the Lord, for that is his real occupation. Simply by sticking to that position, one can overcome the stringent laws of material nature. Text 33. Tattvam kuru mayadishtam apramatta prajapate madadesha karo loka sarvatrapnoti sobhanam. Synonyms. Tat, therefore, tvam, you, kuru, do, maya, by me, adishtam, what is ordered, apramatta, without being misguided, prajapate, O master of the citizens, mat, of me, adesha kara, who executes the order, loka, any person, sarvatra, everywhere, apnoti, achieves, shobhanam, all good fortune. Translation. My dear king, O protector of the citizens, henceforward be very careful to execute my orders and not be misled by anything. Anyone who lives in that way, simply carrying out my orders faithfully, will always find good fortune all over the world. Purport. The sum and substance of religious life is to execute the orders of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and one who does so is perfectly religious. In Bhagavad Gita 18.65, the Supreme Lord Krishna says, Man mana bhava mad bhakta, just think of me always and become my devotee. Furthermore, the Lord says, Sarva dharman parityajya mam ekam sharanam vraja. Give up all kinds of material engagement and simply surrender unto me. Bhagavad Gita 18.66. This is the primary principle of religion. Anyone who directly executes such an order from the personality of Godhead is actually a religious person. Others are described as pretenders, for there are many activities going on throughout the world in the name of religion which are not actually religious. For one who executes the order of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, however, there is only good fortune throughout the world. नमां विष्णुपादाय कृष्णाप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमती भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. I humbly bow down and seek blessings from all the assembled Vaishnavas. Thank you for giving me an opportunity to purify myself, and please forgive me for any shortcomings. I have taken notes from lectures by senior devotees. This chapter is very important, especially for those who wants to be engaged in management related activities. This part is the base for performing management type of service for the Lord, service of being a king or queen. It's not just for big kings or rulers, but actually for all of us, because on one level or another, we all are kings and queens. And we all have to learn to perform that service for Krishna. Krishna is the one who gives orders and rules, and the king is the one who makes sure those orders and rules are followed. Whatever recommendations are from Krishna, a king's job is to implement those into his kingdom. Now, what does it mean of being a king? King means you are in charge of something or someone. If you are a manager in some organization, or you are a head of family, or you are a parent, then you are a king. If you care only for your own body and not responsible for any other human being, still you are a king because you have to take care of your own kingdom, that is, your own body, mind, intelligence, and have to learn how to be an appropriate king. So, on one level or another, we all are kings or queens, and we have to learn to perform that service in proper way. In previous verses, we read that Prithu Maharaj was not interested in any of the pleasures offered within this material world, from gross to subtle, nor his position in this world up to the highest position of Lord Brahma. Nor was he interested in the fruits of Gyan or Mukti. Instead, he wanted millions of years to hear the glories of the Lord in the association of the pure devotees. And then he wants to serve the lotus feet of the Lord. He told the Lord that, like a father, you please give me what you want. I just want to serve you. And if you want to bestow me something, what is good for me, you do it. That's actually a prayer of a devotee. He puts himself in Krishna's hands and remembers Krishna in a specific mood with great love. In verse 32, there is a mention about purity of purpose, which means one pointed fixed bhakti. I only want one thing, your service. Just like Prithu Maharaj tells the Lord, what do I know what's good for me? You please put me in a position that is best for me. One needs a great purity for that. A true devotee tries his best and would never feel that I have given up all material desires and now I am pure. No, rather, we can expect feeling more and more impure, most fallen and least qualified, so that our pride will go away. We even see this exhibited in the most exalted devotees. And then, by the virtue of that attempt to please Krishna, we will be able to get mercy of devotees and Krishna. The Lord acknowledged purity of Prithu Maharaj and blessed him that he may always engage in his devotional service. One who acts solely for Krishna's pleasure based on his order, for such person, everything auspicious happens to him, and wherever he will go, he will spread auspiciousness. In verse 33, Lord is telling Prithu Maharaj to be very careful to execute his orders. Srila Prabhupada explained that devotional path is like an edge of a razor. If you make a mistake, you cut yourself. So we have to be very careful to execute devotional service. Of course, it is very joyful process. We do kirtans, sing and dance and take delicious prasadam and participate in jubilant activities full of happiness. But we must also be very sincere and attentive in performing devotional service. We have to focus on our mind every minute and make sure we are doing all activities for the pleasure of Krishna and not for our own senses. In all the activities we do, the trick is that we have to keep Krishna in center and think, will Krishna be happy with the service that I am doing? I am an insignificant jiva, and the Lord is served by thousands and millions of Lakshmi Devis. Then why would he be interested in people? And he reciprocates by giving unlimited happiness in our heart. For example, a mother prepares food, brings in a plate, and is feeding a child. And while this process is going on, sometimes the child tries to take the same food and put it in the mother's mouth. This makes the mother very happy, although the mother is the maintainer of the child. But because the child makes an attempt to feed the mother, she becomes very pleased. Similarly, Lord has provided us with everything: body, mind, intelligence, all the resources for our sustenance. Sorry. And when we make little attempt and show a gesture of love towards him by our little service, Krishna becomes very pleased. The dharma of soul is to serve and please Krishna. That is the natural propensity of soul. There are three things to follow: sadhu, scriptures, and guru. Association of Vaishnava is very powerful. In difficulties, we can reveal our mind to the Vaishnavas and they guide us. Material nature is influential. Devotee has to be very careful in removing unwanted desires that can become obstacles in the path of devotion. We must do something for Krishna, although we are insignificant, minute jiva. Just like a small bolt in a big machine. When that bolt is connected to the big machine and it serves the purpose. then it has good value. When the same bolt is disconnected from the machine, its value becomes insignificant, like pennies. Similarly, when we are connected to the ocean of service for the purpose of pleasing Krishna, we can have good value. When we are disconnected from the devotion, we are nobody, no value. This process of devotional service is the most powerful yet simple. Train the mind to always remember Krishna, become his devotee. Simply by chanting Hare Krishna in association of devotees and following devotional service, our life will be perfect and we can go back home, back to Godhead. I'll stop here. वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः हरे कृष्णा